Okay, let's dive right into this explainer because its story is absolutely wild. I want you to imagine being at the absolute lowest point in your entire life. You're utterly heartbroken. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, the universe just hands you 90 billion coins and a literal video game interface to turn the tables on everyone who ever wronged you. Sounds crazy, right? Well, today we are exploring the incredible journey of Chen Wan. He's a desperate college student who experiences what is literally the ultimate level up. But to really get how insane his rise is, we kind of have to look at his rock bottom. Chen Wan was known around campus as a hopeless dog licker, someone who just endlessly grovels for female attention. The poor guy worked 4 grueling jobs, eating literally nothing but plain bread, all just to buy his girlfriend Chu a piglet plushie. And her response to all that effort? She brutally dumps him for her rich, arrogant ex-boyfriend right in front of his face. Ouch. But as you'll see, the universe had a very different plan for Chen, presenting him with a literal 90 billion coin question. So this mysterious, supernatural intervention happens right after, at a local convenience store. A holographic interface just pops up right in front of his eyes. It's called the bootlicker system. And boom, it deposits a staggering 90 billion coins directly into his account. But there's a massive catch here. This money can only be spent on women. He can't just go out and buy himself a mansion right off the bat. He has to use this insane wealth strategically to essentially dame the system itself. Now, the mechanics of this real-life video game are pretty simple, but they are incredibly strict. Step 1, Chen has to target a girl and spend the system's money on her to raise her favorability score. Step 2, he's got to push that score all the way up to 95 points. And step 3, well, that is where the magic happens. Once he hits 95, she technically becomes his bootlicker, and the system grants him 10% cash back into his personal, completely unrestricted bank account. Plus, it gives him attribute points to upgrade his actual physical body. Talk about a reward? Armed with essentially limitless funds, the old, pathetic Chen is just gone. He undergoes an immediate, total shift. He becomes cold, he's calculating, and he is wildly confident. To test things out, he immediately targets a highly materialistic girl from his class named Sulil. He boldly escorts her straight to a high-end Gucci store just to see exactly how fast he can spend this digital fortune. Inside that Gucci store, his newfound confidence turns into this fast-paced, incredibly satisfying revenge scene. Guess who he runs into? Yep, his ex, Chuang, and her new boyfriend. And they're literally haggling over a single bag. So in minute 1, Chen buys up the entire spring collection for Sulil. Bam. By minute 5, Chuang is totally humiliated as Chen just effortlessly outspends her new guy. And at the 10-minute mark, Chen casually drops $500,000 on a limitless card just for Sulil to keep. The irony of this whole situation is absolutely staggering. Standing there holding her absolute mountain of designer bags, Sulil openly praises Chen, purring that a bag is like a boyfriend. It's good to hold on to tightly. Meanwhile, his ex, Chu, is left literally crying on the floor of the boutique. She is completely overshadowed and just full of regret. And Chen, his favorability points with Sulil are skyrocketing with every single swipe of his card. But Chen quickly realizes something. Buying bags is actually way too slow. I mean, to spend 90 billion, he needs to scale up and fast. So he jumps onto a TikTok-style app and finds a frustrated streamer named Showme. Just to test the absolute limits of this system, he drops 10 million coins in virtual rockets on her stream in a matter of seconds. He literally crashes her phone and sends the entire platform into an absolute frenzy. To maximize his real-world gains, Chen figures out he needs to build a strategic roster of targets. It's like a boss ladder. He categorizes Chung, the regretful ex, as easy. Sulil, the materialistic girl, is medium. But Chen wants a real challenge so he can spend the huge money. So he sets his sights on the extreme difficulty target. Her name is Xiaoyuki. She is the flawless, multi-talented vice president of the student council, known by everyone as the totally unattainable campus goddess. So, to get Yuki's attention, Chen orchestrates this hilarious digital spectacle. Yuki starts up a small, innocent piano livestream. While the streamer Showme sees this, and expecting Chen to back her up with his millions, she challenges Yuki to a live donation duel. But here's the twist. Chen completely abandons Showme. Instead, he drops a staggering 1,000 rockets straight onto Yuki's stream. It completely crushes Showme's broadcast and leaves Yuki absolutely stunned by this mysterious, wealthy benefactor. Now, this massive flex earns him a real-world date with Yuki to eat some spicy crayfish.
But this highly anticipated date very quickly descends into absolute chaos. Chuang's arrogant new boyfriend actually shows up and literally throws cash at Chen to try and steal his table. Then, out of nowhere, a blonde woman bursts in, completely exposing that the new boyfriend has been cheating on Chuang this whole time. When the furious boyfriend raises his hand to hit the blonde woman, Chen steps right in to block it. And right there in the middle of the crowded restaurant, watching Chen act like an absolute hero, Chung's regret completely peaks. Suddenly, the system flashes a critical alert. Chung's favorability has hit 95. Chen successfully reverses the entire dynamic from before. He immediately receives a 5,000 coin real-world cash back, and far more importantly, he is awarded 20 superhuman attribute points. Once that alert triggers, things get very physical. Chen instantly allocates these brand new stats directly into his strength and fitness. So when Chuang's cheating boyfriend tries to attack him again, Chen effortlessly dodges and literally sends the guy flying across the food court with a single devastating punch. And when Chuang falls to her knees begging Chen to take her back, he coldly refuses. He proves right then and there that he has truly leveled up way beyond his past. Okay, now that Chen knows for sure the physical rewards are real, he aggressively amps up his spending on the campus goddess Yuki. He casually takes her to view a luxury riverfront villa, and just drops a staggering 60 million coins right on the spot to buy it entirely in her name. No hesitation. This mind-blowing gesture pushes Yuki's favorability straight up to 90. And guys, this single purchase kicks off a wild, rapid-fire afternoon of power escalation. Check out this timeline. At 2 p.m., he buys the villa. By 4 p.m., he's using his enhanced stats to deliver a literal cyclone kick to some loan sharks who are harassing Sulil, which, by the way, maxes out her favorability to 95. At 5 p.m., he pumps those new attribute points into pure agility. And by 6 p.m., he uses that god-tier speed to completely humiliate the university's arrogant track star Liang in a foot race. He leaves the entire crowd speechless. Obviously, the humiliated track star Liang is furious. He tries to enact revenge by launching a vicious online smear campaign, calling Chen a manipulative trash human who objectifies women. But Zhao Yuki, the campus goddess, steps up and fiercely defends him to the student council. She literally compares him to a black knight protecting the city of desire and sin. Her perception of him is incredibly romanticized, completely ignoring the wild reality of his video game system. So, Liang's smear campaign backfires massively. The forum rumors painted Chen as this huge villain, but when the student council actually investigates, they find out he's been secretly paying off family debts for students and protecting girls from street thugs. The result? Not only is his name totally cleared, but the student council president actually presents Chen with a public award for being an outstanding, heroic citizen. You literally can't write a better comeback. Riding high on this new stellar reputation, Chen continues his spending spree to generate even more stats. He visits an ultra-exclusive dealership. The sales team tries to offer him standard luxury cars, but he demands the absolute rarest vehicle they have on the lot. He casually drops another $22 million on a limited edition LaFerrari and has it delivered directly to the villa he just bought for Yuki. But what's really interesting here is that Chen uses his newfound power for his friends, too. It's not just about the girls. When his best friend Wendy discovers his girlfriend is cheating on him, Chen borrows a literal fleet of luxury cars from that dealership. He rolls up with all his wealthy new connections, publicly humiliating the cheating ex-girlfriend and her fake rich new boyfriend. It completely cements Chen's status as an absolute legend on campus. However, managing all these different women is starting to become a highly volatile game of numbers, especially with the streamer Shomi. When she finally meets Chen in person, her favorability is actually so high that the system refuses to connect. So what does Chen do? He brilliantly acts completely gruss. He picks his nose and pretends he's bankrupt. Her score plummets down to 72. But then, once a billionaire friend interrupts and reveals Chen is actually powerful, her score violently spikes to 95, perfectly triggering the system rewards. He's totally gaming the system. But listen, these mind games eventually backfire horribly. While Chen is on this date with the streamer Shomi at a private restaurant, the campus goddess Yuki just happens to be playing piano there. Worlds collide. She sees them together and runs away crying. To save his 90 favorability points with Yuki, Chen corners her and spins a massive, desperate lie. He claims he's forced by a secret family rule to spend $10 billion a month on random people just to inherit a $50 billion fortune. And somehow, against all logic, she completely believes him. By this point, Chen's confidence is so high, he doesn't even need to spend money to win people over. Following a public dispute where that track star Liang is groveling to his neglected ex-girlfriend, Chen steps in. He brutally, surgically dissects Liang's toxic behavior, stating that a mind consumed by the desire for victory ignores a partner's feelings. Just by demonstrating that level of emotional intelligence, Liang's ex-girlfriend instantly falls madly in love with Chen on the spot, pushing her favorability straight to 91.
And this brilliantly illustrates the insane precipice Chen Yuan is standing on right now. As we wrap up this explainer, it leaves us with one massive question to ponder. He's got superhuman agility and strength, this incredibly fragile web of massive billionaire lies, and multiple women hovering around the 95 favorability mark who all think they are his one true love. He is playing a very dangerous high-stakes game. So how long can he really juggle these lives before his secrets are exposed and the whole house of cards crashes down? It's a truly fascinating study in power, revenge, and the sheer chaos of sudden wealth.